Good evening, everyone. This is Joe Henches, and this is the market update for the market trading day, September 24th, tomorrow, Tuesday. And this is beyond the chart. So we're looking at the Dow Jones Industrial Average as the first chart here. The Dow was down 49.6 points today. I'm going to take that off. And you see we had a little bit of a pullback. We've pulled back to this 10-day exponential moving average. That's the blue line. I like to see us above the 10-day when we're trading. I like to see the 10 above the 20. Now, I use the 10 for exponential. I use the 20 for simple, 50 simple, 200 simple. I like the 10 exponential because it's a nice trigger line, and it just seems to work very well when the market stays above the 10, or if it gets below when you should be selling, because the market's below the 10 and it'll stay below the 10. So right now we've pulled back to the 10 and we're kind of resting right on it in terms of the Dow Industrials. Now, one thing I want to point out here is let's take a look at the Dow Transportation Average. Okay, the transportation average. There's no the Dow theory, and again, I'm not getting all of this, but the basics of the Dow theory is to the extent that when the Dow moves to a new high, the transportation should be confirming that it's moving to a new high at the same time, because the old theory was, you know, if the economy is moving, the economy is expanding, well, then the transports ought to be doing well. Trucks, trains, shipping, everything that's moving goods and industrial, that type of thing, ought to be doing well if the economy is doing well. So how does this compare? May, we went to new highs in August, and we went to this new high pushing up here on the 19th and the 20th. When you look back at the Dow Industrials, we went to a new high. Pull this up. We went to the new high, and we went to a new high here on the 19th also. So it was a slight new high, but very similar to the transport. So I think that these guys are in sync. So I'm not seeing any major divergence right here, right now. Now, we're getting some pullback here. Now, the optimistic thing that I like and that I see, and I mentioned this the other day, is the New York Composite average, the NYA. Okay, this definitely looks like an ascending triangle to me, which is very bullish. So I'm assuming this is bullish, and we've got a breakout and we've got a pullback, which happens many times. Now, sometimes it'll pull back into that triangle a little bit more. We do have a little gap here that could be filled. The S&P filled its today, or the SPY did. But right now it's pulled back, and notice how it went right to the 10-day exponential and bounced off of it. So I'm based on what I'm seeing here in the New York Composite, it's very bullish. Let's take a look at the Nasdaq. And the Nasdaq has been strong all along, doing very well. Again, what did it do? It pulled back to this 10-day exponential moving average right here, the blue line, bounced off of it and closed. Now, it was down 9.43 today, but still, you know, nice trending up, and all of the moving averages. I mean, we are still in a bull market here. Everything is trending higher. We're getting higher highs and higher lows. Things are trending up. S&P 500, very similar picture again, coming right down to the 10-day. I think that was really, let me touch on, oil was kind of made a move today. Yep, oil's dropped down. Now again, it's broken this trend line here, and it looks like it's rolling over, okay? We had that big move on the 19th, or I guess that was the 18th actually. Had that big move up in the 18th, and then it's basically rolled over. And very similar, I don't have gold open yet, but I should be able to grab it here. Very similar to gold. This really is starting to look more and more like a bear market rally. A very big spike up here, and then it's rolled over. Now, if this turns around and closes above here, it closes above the 20-day moving average, then we've got a different scenario. Now, if I, what am I seeing as possibilities? I mean, you look at a trend line from that high to there, it would have to turn up and break this trend line and start moving higher to continue this upward reversal and upward thrust. But right now, it's broken this trend line, and all indications are that it's heading south. So that's I think that's about it for tonight. Just a quick update. I'll leave you with the New York Composite, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow night. Have a great Tuesday.